would like to drink water and open and kind of bad noise. First, this bottle is not okay, but you need kind of, so that we call it eidetic, you know. It can be research. Okay? For example, when I can show you one example. When they start to talk, to draw this kind of thing on the bottle, and when it is formed, it helps to touch. You know, it's not something you can fall down. It's something that can touch. Okay, that's, you call it intentionality editing. Okay. The fourth, another thing, intentionality is pragmatic or transitive intentionality. It's like when you conceive an object, when you perceive an object to be having create for to do something for the action. Okay, this bottle can be used to be drunk, to have been drunk. I don't know, but I'm not correct. And this object can be used to just to be put here. You know that's how brain act. Have a bottle of water here, but sometimes when you are in luxury restaurant, you blow you kind of nice bottle. It's water inside, but okay, the action is this water is conceived to have been drunk, but it's conceived also to show that you are not nobody. You are someone. You don't drink Bona Vita. You drink something Evian or something like that. No? So that is, he call it pragmatic. You use something to show yourself as I'm not nobody. No, for example. Okay. So this, you are as a subject, and this object is an object. How we used to talk about that in narrative state. The last intentionality, Jean-François Baudron called it intentionality semiotic. Semiotic intentionality. It's like when you are an object, it can be perceived as kind of, when you match plan de distribution and plan du contenu. It's a kind of thing who has a kind of signification. So as we used to act it in semiotics. So that's why I will talk about it. So once Jean-François Baudron, what I would like to say is that what Jean-François Baudron is the first who tried to give us kind of systematic studies to know what our project is. But for me, we are also here in what something is phenomenology. But it's more different from what Jean-Marie Floch talk about or what Greimas talk about. Okay? Because for him, for Jean-François Baudron, he got what I started to talk about. An object, when we have a thing, this thing can be used as kind of from this one kind of intentionality. And from one step to another, the same object can change. So what he said is, for example, when you have a glass, okay, when a glass is broken, crack, okay, or when a paper became other thing. For example, a glass lose his what they call son moment d'unité. It's like a change, you know. So you can move from one the same thing. You can move from one intentionality to another. So an object is something very complex. It's not something who is ended. It's something who is dynamic. Okay, one thing can be this and this and this and this, and that's important for me. Okay, it's a phenomenological basis, you know, but it's helped me also to understand how this phenomenological approach is limited. Okay. At the end, what Jean-François Baudron talk about is that an object is a sign. That's it. It's a sign, and we'd like to talk about an object is a kind of an object has its semioticity. So we can analyze this. An object is not something who is given. An object is something which happened. So we have a process. And we have to be able to describe this process, formally this process. That's my better point. Okay? We can understand that is kind of this intentionality and so on and so on. But if you can have this kind of intentionality, because an object is a process. And the one thing who helps us to catch this process is try to have a look on what form inside subject move and the way this form are dynamic. So, is it clear? C'est clair now? C'est bon. Okay, that's it. So this is, you can, the word I use is not, it's like something that exists, but this thing becomes an object because it has something more. Okay? It's a glass, but this kind of thing. And this thing can be an object because it's able to accept something else. That's it. And it can become an object. And this new thing can be through intentionality or so on. But it helps us. Now, I call it advenement. It's not an event. An event is something that happened, phenomenology, but it's something who happen, but processor with a processus. And you have to be able to analyze these processes. Now, another point of view is very important, is the point of view of Alessandro Zina. Alessandro Zina wrote an article in this book, Les objets, ces interfaces. He wrote a book in 2005 with Jacques Fontani called Les objets au quotidien. Perhaps you know this book. And Alessandro Zina wrote an article in this book with the title Les objets et ces interfaces. Okay? And Alessandro Zina started to talk about, he tried to understand what's an object also. For him, the departure point was from how archaeology manage to define what an object is. Every time when an archaeologist, how do you manage when you start to move the terre? When you start to move and try to go to an object, every time you have a kind of call it a silex, a piece of things, and how do they define the reality of the object? Tell Alessandro, sometimes by looking what's around. For example, you can have a bones, and around this bone, how many things, or many bones, broken things or broken silex, comment on appelle la pierre en anglais? So, inside that, and the way archaeologists have to manage sometimes is to say that all things which are around are like the residual things. So the object is the thing who is not residual, is the thing who is formally entier, formally help me, entier. Entire, no. So you have these things, and for example, let's say in three okay? You have this, and you have anything around, and the object is what is not around. It's the thing is in the middle. Okay, so for him, for archaeologists, the objects is what is positive, is the positive of things. So we have things, and what's around is the negative. So that's the definition. We call the residue object. You know, we have the object, and what's wrong is object. But one Ensemble has a problem because we start to say that okay, we are in the society where we are used to recycle, to recycle an object. So we are moved in the society without reasonable things. That's the problem. And now, how are we going to manage to understand what object is? Because I can try to imagine an archaeologist in the third millennium. How will he manage to describe an object as a positive thing? Because you don't have the negative things. Today, when we have, for example, oil, we use oil to cook French fries, for example. But you can also use this oil to build oil to drive cars. So we are in the society when we operate to move visible things. So it will be difficult for him if we stay as archaeologists do now. Can't. So for him, this definition of the object as positive thing is wrong. You have to have another definition. So the second definition is that an object is what? An object is something who is defined with its pertinency. Something who is pertinent. Je ne sais pas si ça se dit en anglais ça. C'est la partie, voilà. Because what is an object? For example, we say, if I need something to block kind of, let's say, moi, something like that, I would like to use an object to block something, okay? What help me? I have to choose the right object and the pertinent character. So, for example, if I would like to kill a mosquito, I don't need Kalashnikov. I can use Kalashnikov to kill a mosquito, but I don't need it. Okay? Because it's not pertinent for this kind of operation, for example. That's the way. So, for him, an object is something who has pertinent character. Okay, I can use this to water help us to wash ourselves, but I can't wash myself with this kind of thing. I need a kind of quantity of water. I need a kind of water. For example, if you are in winter, I can use water with gas to wash myself. But if you are in summer, I need it. I can't need it. Okay, that is. So for him, it's to describe an object, we have to talk about the pertinent property. So this is one of the definition. So now for Alessandro Zina, we need two ways to describe an object.
An object.
An object arrive, you know. Is it pertinent now? I don't know. For us,
We're gonna see.
This thing is not pertinent for me today because I don't have it. This can be helpful today because I need to precise what I'm talking about. For example, when I start to talk about I need this, when I start to talk about intentionality, categorical, schematic, identity, and so on and so on. So I would like to write it to have a discussion with you. Okay, so we have a pertinent. So for Zina, we have two ways. Through the archaeologist and through this pertinent to define an object. Okay, an object become a thing, become an object. For example, through primary manipulation, like archaeologists, and secondly, through a pertinence. So that we have two ways. That is, and for it is the equivalent also. Okay. So who And what is the definition of these two things? The pertinency and the manipulation. Okay, this is the philosophical definition of what we call character. What defines an object is a character. Okay, caractère. Je pouvais écrire ça en tableau, ça serait bien. It's a character. Okay? Comme ça. And what is a character? Is a kind of logical unities, okay? Logical modules. But that's a character. An object is a kind of linguistically seen, is logical, c'est une série d'unités logiques. Is a kind of serial logical unities. Okay, that's it. And this character has to answer to some rules of alors, règles d'adéquation of adequate rules. Okay, like they are in this way. That is to say, they have been built like this. Okay, and so that it can be pertinent to this use. I don't know if it's clear. That's the character. It can be, an object is something who is built in this way, okay, to have been used